Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Please listen. This is your boy Chef Don. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what it is you're waiting on. Hurry up, get subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button. And I am so glad that you all are with us to recap Summer House Martha's Vineyard, y'all. Unfortunately, it looks like our time is almost up. We have one more episode before the season finale. And I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I really enjoyed this show. I'm hoping that they get a season two, but above all, I'm really actually hoping that they also get a reunion. They deserve a reunion for sure. So what I'm going to do, hello to everybody that is coming in the room. Welcome. Make sure you mash that like button. All right. Get this show up in the algorithm. Like I stated, they only have one more episode next week, the finale. And listen, we most definitely are going to get into some things, but again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, and of course, make sure you check out all other reviews in regards to the show. All right, Summer House Martha's Vineyard. This is season one, episode 7. It ain't all rose. Okay, that means it ain't all Gucci, baby. It ain't all Gucci, baby. It ain't what you think it is. It ain't what you think it is. Again, hello to everyone that is just coming in the room. Thank you so much for being here for this review. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get on into the episode, so I don't hold you long. Ain't care what the Baptist preachers say. Um, I always say that, but anyway, let's go. All right. Now, the first thing that I do want to say is one thing that I do not appreciate is Shanice thinking that she is just free to walk around the house, roaming her boobs all over the place and stuff like that, and people not feel uncomfortable. Because we're getting ready to get into something that I feel like is kind of brushed over and looked over, and we only want to focus on some certain things. So we about to get into that. All right, we open up this episode with everybody getting ready to sit down, and of course, you see that they're sitting down, looking like a big old family. All right, Bria is in the room. Simon definitely takes a plate to Bria as he prepares a plate for her. She's still kind of feeling some type of way about the previous night before. You know that Silas, I mean, not Silas, but Simon was in the pool with Shanice, and Shanice was naked. And so they had a conversation. And again, I do think that there needs to be some type of level of respect, especially knowing that these fellas are in relationships. It just feels some type of a way. It feels like a setup, and I'm not really here for it. All right. So, Preston then goes on to the conversation when it comes to Shanice and asks her if she feels like that she is judged. And so we get into this particular situation where Shanice says that she's pretty much free and she just kind of is that girl. She's just free. But I think that there should be some boundaries there, especially when you know you got a house full of people that you might not really kick it with or that you might not know like that, or that might feel some type of way but don't know how to approach you about it. All right. So they get into this conversation with Alex, where they ask Alex at the table, Jasmine. Let's back up. Jasmine is very messy, if you ask me. Jasmine is extremely messy, and she's stirring the pot and of course keeping things going. And the interesting thing here in this particular scene is that um
Bluetooth
the
disconnected.
interesting thing in this scene is that what I see is this is Jordan feeling some type of way, but they actually agree not to have this conversation at the table. But it gets, you know, a conversation is had because of Jasmine. Jasmine is a pot stirrer. And really, honestly, honey, you need to be focused on what you and Silas got going on, child, if you want me to be completely honest about it. Now they get into Alex bringing up the fact that multiple times that there were some things that were going on about Shanice's past. Okay. Now, Shanice in her confessional earlier this season stated that she did do some of those things. Now, I really didn't like how they were coming at Alex because it was kind of almost like they wanted to put it on him and pin him as a bad guy. And that's how he felt as well. They wanted to pin him as a bad guy, make him feel bad for voicing the concern of this person is in our friend group. I would like to know what's going on, and do I think that he should have took the situation to her and asked her the question? I think, of course, if we want to keep it real, want to keep it a book, I do think that that is what should have happened. However, I do not like how they approached him. Now, I agree with them for saying like, "Hey, you feel this certain way now." Jordan is starting to go off and feel some type of way, and Jordan has just kind of been rubbing me the wrong way with the way that she comes off. Listen, I understand that you are always in a place of growth, but it just seems very weird. She seems very snappy with her words, and it's kind of confusing. um, I don't know to the other viewers if you guys feel that way, but it's confusing to me. What's up to everybody that's just coming in? If you are here, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, of course. All right, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and if you'd like to show love to the channel, you can. It is down in the comment section below. All right. Hold on one moment. Okay, so, Alex then gets up from the table because he stated that, and I'm a little confused because the strange thing is Alex was saying that he was sent an article, right? And I think that article is what prompted him to then Google her. Now he did state, and they did reveal that he did state that he Googled everybody, but I would have done the same thing. I'm going on a cast of trip with people. I mean, going on a trip with people that I don't really know. Yeah, I'm about to do the same thing, baby. You about to look up, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm googling you just because I got your name, and we going on this trip together. I just got to make sure we good. All right. So they keep bringing up the fact that he brought up the issue. Now he did bring the issue up with multiple people, but Jasmine in that moment, respectfully, she didn't listen to what boundaries were set in that moment, because in that moment, boundaries were set that we're not going to address this as of right now. And she still chose to discuss it even in that moment. So I really wasn't here for it, but you know, okay. So, they're asking what about Shanice's feelings, and Shanice is definitely feeling some type of way. Okay. All right. Now, moving on into the episode. So we then are back in the home chilling, and here you can see Amir and Summer. I mean, is that Shanice I can't remember who that is, but anyway, they right there dancing and things like that. Now, um, as we're sitting, Simon comes in, and of course he has to carry the bone to his woman, okay, Miss Bria, because she's not really out there to know what's going on. So anyway, we go into this conversation where they're sitting on the couch, right? And Nick makes a comment about Jordan's celibacy in a way that I do think that the comment was, it wasn't meant with any malice. It wasn't mean. I mean, it wasn't meant to be mean. It wasn't meant to do any of that stuff, right? Well, then we kind of go on, and Jordan is saying that they make overly sexual comments to her and those things like that. We know what she used to do as far as her career. She used to take pictures, or have, kind of nude, allegedly pictures taken of her, or whatever the case may be, right? So I think here's my thing, and this is what I have to say, and I hope that this doesn't come off dismissive in any way or form, right? What I didn't like about this moment right here is not only did you spew out your insecurities, but what you did was you made someone in that moment feel super, super low. And that person would have been Amir. I didn't really like how she made Amir feel, nor Alex, because here's the thing. We are coming on this trip. If you're not comfortable, go ahead and say that. Don't ever lead on to people thinking that what they're doing may be okay. You should have nipped this in the bud. Here we are, what, 11, 12 days into the trip, a 15-day trip, and you're just now bringing this up. And it gives me that what you're actually doing, not steering away from your feelings, but it gives me that you are projecting your insecurities on people who really honestly just are looking for a good time or or is trying to be respectful, right? Again, not dismissing her feelings whatsoever. But I think in that moment, seeing Amir get up and walk away was rough to see. It was honestly rough to see. He got up, he walked away. It was just one of those situations to where I think he felt like, yo, I have tried to do nothing but be honest and respectful. And I gotta be completely honest about this. Listen, if you are going to feel some type of way about someone wanting to pursue you or letting everybody know, because men talk with ego, right? Men are going to say what they have their eyes on and what they actually want. And I don't think it was disrespectful for Amir to say, I'm interested in Jordan in his house. And he was playing with the fellas by letting them know, like, yo, y'all don't stand a chance. It wasn't malicious and it wasn't coming off disrespectful. And I honestly don't think also either that it was coming off in a place to where they wanted to cross those boundaries with you. But I also feel like too, if this is truly how you felt, why are we just now discussing it? I really do want to know, why are we just now discussing it, or why are we just now expressing our feelings or the way that we feel about this situation? So I felt the way about that, and I didn't really care for it, y'all. I just got to be completely honest. Y'all got to definitely let me know how y'all feel about it, but that's just how I felt. I just felt like it was a moment of truth, but it was also a moment of pouring insecurities. And again, not dismissing feelings, but that's just how I feel. Okay. Anyway, Amir goes outside. He gets up. He goes outside because to him, he feels like he's only been respectful. He goes outside. He expressed his concerns, of course. And so then they come back. And as they come back in the house, um Jordan is talking to Salas, and so Salas kind of brings up the situation. Amir is laying on the couch, so Amir kind of lets her know that he apologizes for the situation. They make up. He lets her know that he does it was never his intent to make her feel uncomfortable. And again, I can totally understand that. I totally can understand that. And again, I just feel like it was a projection type of situation. It was like projecting energy, child. And I was like, okay. I mean, but I understand where your feelings are coming from. All right. So let's get into it, child. Now we see Jasmine and Silas getting into it, child, about some pants, a stain on the pants from the iron and all of this kind of stuff. And child, whew, that Silas is something else with his tone, the way he behaves, all of that stuff. It is definitely a little suspect. But we've talked about this. We talked about how we thought as a group or as a whole, allegedly, it was coming off as controlling. Okay. All right, so I want to move on. Okay. So Preston calls his man, child. His man name is Donald. Okay, now child, I'm here for him hosting his pride party. Of course, the producer asked him about what pride means and why is it so important for him to celebrate pride. I really enjoyed this, of course, being a part of the actual community. Okay, let God be true quickly. Because I am a part of that community, I did appreciate the reverence of allowing him to do this in a house full of, straight people. You know what I'm saying? Especially straight men. So I was really here for it. So, of course, he tells Donald about it. Then he also tells Donald about what they're going to be having on Sunday. They're going to be having a soul food dinner first, and then they're going to get into the things. So, I was here for that. I thought that scene was cute. It was needed. And again, like I said, the producers asked him, and I do have a screenshot of that on the screen. The producers did ask him, what did it mean, and so he did let us know. Okay. All right, moving on. So we get a scene right here where Jordan is actually speaking to her father. And I think her father was real with her in the moment. But I really think again that Jordan may have a lot of things going on, and I don't think that it was necessarily fair that we we kind of put everybody in a position to choose, not to necessarily choose, but you kind of put everybody in a position to understand that you have things going on, but you kind of took it out on other people. That's the way that I'm gonna say it. So we do get an interesting scene with her speaking with the father about the situation. Okay. Now we also get a scene where Alex is calling his brother, and we learn that Alex and Nick are going to be planning the finale. We do know Alex is into music, and so he calls his brother. His brother has a song that they've written about 3 years ago, and he wants to perform it at the actual finale. So I think that that is going to be interesting. I'm here for the finale. I definitely am still kind of shocked that we getting ready to end the season, y'all. Like it's been crazy. Listen, as you guys come in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please, please, please make sure you hit that like button. Now, I want to back up just a little bit. So everyone is cooking their soul food meal, and Jasmine gives us the history about and the breakdown of soul food child. Now Nick gives his girlfriend a FaceTime call. She is headed to the States from Africa, and she is also letting, I mean, he is also letting us know that he wants her to be a part of the actual finale, but she may not be, just depending on how things go. They say it's going to be super hard, but he's intending for her to do so. So everyone goes downstairs. They're dressed to the nines. Okay, they're getting ready for their soul food Sunday dinner. Now we find out that they said the dinner is going to start at 7:30. Now Nick was like, "Child, that ain't gonna happen." And child, sure enough, they did not start no dinner at no 7:30. Dinner definitely started at 8:52 p.m. Okay, according to production. All right. We find out that this is Amir's first time actually frying chicken. Now he did let us know in the beginning of the season that one of the things that he did not have a full connection to was the black side of his family, meaning that this soul food thing probably was somewhat of a new thing, depending on his friendships, even outside of the show. So I found that to be very interesting, right? Now, Preston gives the history on the party. Okay, so we gather down to the party. We gather down to the party. All right, and the interesting thing is, again, Preston gives the history of pride and what it actually means. Now, he also propositions the straight men to do something. He says that he's giving them 5 minutes to come up with the dance routine in which they will perform. Okay, I was here for this because I thought this was cute. And one of the things that I definitely feel like is always good is always knowing that people can be in their element without feeling pressure to do something. So I feel like none of them was pressured. They were just there to have fun. Okay. So we actually get to see them performing their just do. It was really dope to see again. All right. And we head on down to the end of the actual episode, right? And so everyone gets ready to crash. Salas approaches Jasmine about how he actually was mad about the stain. Now Jasmine says that Salas mentally is such a turn off because how he talks. He's very controlling. So then he starts going off, y'all. So Jasmine is like, child, I wish I could just open this door and everybody could just hear how you just talking, how you just doing. Like, I don't understand why you doing this. So Salas is trying to speak to Jasmine the next morning, and child, she is ignoring him. She's ignoring him. But one thing I found interesting is that, remember, Salas was complaining about Jasmine and how she doesn't prepare his meals and all of this kind of stuff, which I would think it was just giving very much crybaby. Anyway, we at the end of this episode, she actually is preparing a meal for him. And as she's preparing the meal, he is unhappy. He is complaining, child. Okay, because he said it's too much starch. Now she do ask him, why aren't you gonna finish your breakfast? And he was like, "Oh, it's too much starch." I was like, ah, that salad is something else, y'all. Y'all, that salad is totally something else. But anyway, y'all, I this was pretty much the episode. Now Jasmine is saying that she also don't know about their marriage. I feel like some of that is true, but then I also feel like some of that is definitely for the show just because they are newlyweds, which is understandable. Now, one thing I want to keep saying and reiterating, I keep redoing this on Twitter where I keep saying, Bravo, Peacock, somebody please give um the Summer House Martha's Vineyard a reunion. They absolutely deserve a reunion, and I really hope and pray that they get one because again, they deserve it. All right. With that being said, guys, please make sure you like this video. Let me know what you think about this episode down in the comment section below if you are watching the replay. I appreciate you guys for being here for this live. Okay. And with that being said, you better enjoy the rest of your day. And as Auntie Tab would say, don't you go messing up nobody else's. Okay. Now, listen, I again appreciate this. We have one more episode left, and we will be complete with season one of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Again, I am hoping and praying that they get a reunion. And I'm also hoping and praying that they also get a season two, of course, as well. Also, question: who would y'all like to come back for season two? Who would y'all like to go? Would you guys like to see the people who got kicked out of the home come back? I really would like to know how you guys feel about that. So again, drop down in the comment section and let me know how you feel. All right. With that being said, guys, I am out of here and I appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure that you catch up on all of the Summer House recaps and reviews. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. And again, hit that like button. Peace.